Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to another video for MRCS Part A exam. This is the anatomy section of MRCS Part A exam. Today's lecture topic is the epiploic foramen. So first of all, let's see the boundary of the epiploic foramen. Anteriorly, it is the pre-margin of the ledger omentum and it contains three important ducts: hepatic artery, portal vein, and bile duct. Here we can see this is the hepatic artery, portal vein, and the bile duct. So it is the anterior boundary, and posteriorly here we can see this is the inferior vena cava. So the anterior and posterior boundary, here they present only duct. Here we can see this is the duct and vessel, that means channel. So anteriorly hepatic artery, portal vein, and bile duct, and posteriorly inferior vena cava. But superiorly and inferiorly they are the viscera. Superiorly and inferiorly they are the viscera. Inferiorly it is the first part of the duodenum, and superiorly quadrate process of the liver. So the epiploic foramen, first of all, boundary is important. Superiorly and inferiorly it is by the viscera, and anteriorly and posteriorly it is by the duct. Anteriorly three important duct: hepatic artery, portal vein, and bile duct, and posteriorly it is the inferior vena cava. On the other hand, superiorly under surface of the liver or quadrate process of the liver, and inferiorly first part of the duodenum. So this is about the boundary of the epiploic foramen. Anteriorly, posteriorly duct, and superiorly, inferiorly it is viscera. So here we can see this is the boundary of the epiploic foramen. This is showing this is the epiploic foramen. Here you can see this is the epiploic foramen. This area is the epiploic foramen, and it is clear that this is the anterior part. Anteriorly three important duct with pre-margin of the ledger omentum, and posteriorly another duct. So at the anteriorly it is the, here we can see the portal vein, hepatic artery, and bile duct, and posteriorly inferior vena cava. Superiorly it is the quadrate process of the liver, and inferiorly this is the first part of the duodenum. So it is in short about the epiploic foramen, and this boundary is the very important. And there is another important relation, though it is very important, that the suprarenal gland, that means the right suprarenal gland, it lies just posteriorly to the inferior vena cava. So inferior vena cava, it is a wide pipe or wide bore pipe which flows a lots of blood, that means almost all of the blood from the abdomen, from the body. So it may be injured during any surgery of the right suprarenal gland. So in case of surgery due to in posterior approach, when the suprarenal gland is removed, or any surgery to the suprarenal gland, it may causes injury to the inferior vena cava and produce profuse hemorrhage and immediate death of the patient. So during right adrenal gland surgery, the surgeons have to be more careful to operate the right suprarenal gland, because any of the time the inferior vena cava may be injured or may be damaged this procedure. So in this picture here, the showing the epiploic foramen. This is the portal vein, hepatic artery, and bile duct. They lies anteriorly, and just posterior to this three structure, the foramen is going, which is the epiploic foramen, foramen of Winslow, or foramen of Aditas. So this foramen is very important. And another important point, that the foramen, it is the only communicating pathway between the lesser sac and greater sac, because just behind the ledger omentum there is lesser sac, and the anteriorly this is the greater sac, and only communication through this opening, which is the foramen of Aditas, foramen of Winslow, or epiploic foramen. So it is a graphic view, and they are showing this is posterior part, this is anterior part, and this foramen there, this is the lesser sac, and here this is the greater sac. So here we can see this is the lesser sac, this is the epiploic foramen through this foramen, and this is the greater sac. So from the greater sac and from the lesser sac, there is only one communication, which is the epiploic foramen. Here we can see the anteriorly, which is three important duct, posteriorly another duct. And here we can see this is a maneuver which is Pringle maneuver, because during the liver surgery, diffuse hemorrhage occur, and controlling of hemorrhage is very difficult. In this condition, this maneuver is applied. That means the finger is applied to this hepatic artery and portal vein and press the hepatic artery and portal vein, and reduction of the blood supply to the liver and hemorrhage control. And the second picture also, here we can see this part, Pringle maneuver done on here. Here the importance of the epiploic foramen. Here we can see during the liver surgery, bleeding may control by using a Pringle maneuver. Pringle maneuver, it involves placing a vascular clamp or finger across the anterior aspect of the epiploic foramen and blocking of the hepatic artery and portal vein, and thereby occluding the common bile duct, hepatic artery, and portal vein, which is the anterior wall or anterior boundary of the epiploic foramen. So here we can see this is the epiploic foramen, and this is the laser sac, and this is showing the Pringle maneuver, in which this three structure is blocked by a artery person. Here we can see through this finger. So through this with this finger, the three important structure, portal vein, hepatic artery, and this bile duct, it is pressed and bleeding control. And the relation also very important, that the portal vein, it lies most posteriorly. Portal vein in this area, that means in the anterior boundary of the epiploic foramen, the portal vein, it lies most posteriorly. On the other hand, the hepatic artery, it lies medially, and this is the CBD, which is the common bile duct. It lies laterally. So this relation is very important. Portal vein lies posteriorly, hepatic artery lies medially, and the common bile duct, it lies laterally. This is another cut section, and this section shows this area is the laser omentum. This is the anterior boundary. Here this is the posterior boundary. Anteriorly 3 duct, posteriorly 1 duct. Anteriorly 3 duct, posteriorly 1 duct. Superior 1 viscera, inferior 1 viscera. This is another picture showing the paper passes through the omentum, and then binding of the paper and press on this vessel and reducing the flow of the vessel. So it is all about the epiploic foramen or foramen of Winsler or aditus, foramen to aditus. And first of all, this boundary is very important. Anteriorly, it is the free margin of the laser omentum, which contains 3 important ducts: hepatic artery, portal vein, and bile duct. Portal vein lies most posteriorly, hepatic artery lies medially, and bile duct lies laterally. Posteriorly, only 1 duct or only 1 vessel, which is the inferior vena cava, superiorly caudate process of the liver, and inferiorly first part of the duodenum. Thank you all.